Hello everyone, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Speak Easy. My guest today is truly the most gorgeous, stylish and of course, badass diva. I say that because in her life she's always followed her own rules and she continues today to do things exactly the way she wants to. Talking about the effortlessly stylish Malaika Arora. Hello.
Hi darling, how are you?
I'm good. It's been such a long time that we sat here and done this.
A year back.
A year back. And I think for all good reasons now.
Absolutely.
and also, you started your career being a VJ when VJ was not trendy or cool. Even then, you did things your own way. I want to go there to start with. I feel like you were making your way and making female VJs so cool and so real. Tell me around that.
There were no female VJs when I started out. There was nobody. It was just men and boys around, who were VJs. So finally to actually be able to break through that clutter was fabulous. I mean, I think one of the first female VJs in the country. And next thing you know, being a VJ actually became cool. It actually became a legit job option, you know. Kids were actually auditioning and wanting to be VJs, and now you have VJs and the sort all over. So I think it kind of really opened doors for a lot of kids out there who who never thought that it could actually be a career option or a choice. So yeah, and I did it back then.
You never sort of wanted to see yourself in this field as such. You actually wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah, never. No. And most of these things have happened by chance, by accident. It was never premeditated at all, which is good actually.
Yeah.
Because sometimes unexpected things happen and they just turn out to be a blessing, as opposed to, sometimes you don't realize it. I think as opposed to constantly trying to chart out a plan or chart out a path and this is how I want to be, and by age 20 I want to do this, by 30 I want to do this. And if things don't really go according to plan, then let me tell you, you're disillusioned for life. So I love it when things are left to chance. I love it when they are, shit, something just happened out of the blue and whoa, I didn't expect this. I like it that way.
Pretty much like moving in with Malaika, isn't it?
Pretty much. No different from all my other choices in life.
You're a very private person. You've always been that person who's been that
severely guarded.
Yeah. So I was genuinely surprised and I was really excited because, when we've chatted, I've seen that side of you where you really speak your mind, and I thought it would be so interesting if the world would see that part of you. So you had major, I'm sure, apprehensions, right, knowing you. I want to know that moment that changed your mind, and tell me what sort of really gave you the strength finally to say, you know what, I am okay to putting my life out there with, of course, asterisks with all, whatever.
Of course, with my do's and don'ts. Yeah. Of course, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
I was anxious as hell. I was like, how the hell am I going to pull this off? What am I supposed to do? How am I going to go about it? And it's a very fine line, and I didn't want to cross that. I didn't want to cross that line. I still want to do things on my terms. I cannot be dictated to and told, if you're doing a show like this, that means you have to be like, I can't. If you want me to do a show like this, I want to do it on my terms and how I deem fit and how I think right. So obviously it did take a lot of convincing. It was tough. And eventually when I did relent and I did think, I'm like, okay, chalo, kar lete hain. I also said it for myself. I said, if I have to do something, and I've always done things like that.
Yeah.
I've never had too many external factors telling me what to do, how to go about it. Oh Malaika, you should live your life like this, and oh, you should lead your life like this, and you should say never. It was not an easy task. It wasn't an easy decision. It took a while. But then eventually I was like, you know what, I'll do it the way I want to. I mean, at the end of the day, there's no formula to something like this, right? I mean, yeah, there's loads of reality sort of shows around the world, but everybody has a different way, a different approach. Yes, I want people to see, a part of my life, to kind of get a glimpse into what things are, but I also want them to understand that it's also a voice. It's also something that I want to put out there. I want to talk about certain things, and that you can be privy to. So yes, it did take a bit of
getting used
to and understanding, but eventually when I did, yeah, it's been quite an interesting journey. A lot of things I've been learning on the fly, literally, and kind of even things about myself, you know, that oh my God, I can't believe I actually did this. Oh my God, I can't believe I actually put myself out there in a situation like this. So it's also been a learning experience.
Like the entire car thing, right? Like
absolutely, I would never have otherwise done it. No chance. No chance. Why would I? You know, there's no way I would have.
And also people don't understand trauma is real.
They don't. And I was like, why do I need to address it? Why do I need to deal with the trauma? Let it be. Now I'm living with that trauma. I'll live with it.
You'll deal with it.
It's my problem. It's my thing. I'll deal with it. But then when it was put in front of me, and I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be doing this, and if I'm going to address certain fears in my life, certain things that I'm not comfortable with, or if I want to change I said, this is the time. So these are the only ways I can actually do it and address and actually overcome that fear or that trauma that I was dealing with.
Which also includes the fact that, you know, when you're young, you make decisions and it's okay. And when you say that I'm absolutely all right with every decision I made, right? Because people make you feel like, oh, you married this person, that's why.
The first thing is they make you feel is guilt for your. I mean, why?
And were you made
I
to
own
feel
every decision of mine, and I own up to it. I will not. I'm not apologetic for my choices and my decisions in life. Not at all.
When trolls or nameless people call you names, I mean, of course, you might get annoyed, but it doesn't really matter, right? When they refuse to understand, okay, who you're dating or what the age gap is, you're like, they don't know me, doesn't matter. But you also address the fact that, you know, there were not just people otherwise, there were people around me who apparently were friends of mine who failed to understand it, and they are progressive people. I feel it's such an important point because there are people like that in our lives.
They don't know. They also don't know what you are feeling or what you're going through, and they think in their head that they are being sensitive or protective and understanding. So you can't really fault them. Like you said, nameless people around saying things, you can't
Who cares, right?
Who cares? You can't do much about it. It's not my problem. It's someone sitting in some far off place or somewhere, wherever, in some room and saying things, I can't do anything about it. And I can't be bothered about it. Yeah. But also, like I said, it's people think they are being protective by reacting or by putting a point across, is that they are being protective towards me, that they feel the need, like if they know me well enough, that they need to protect me from the big bad world, supposedly. But my only thing is that, listen, I can take care of myself. I don't need protection. I don't need you to, if anything, I would love for you to have my back. That's it. That's it. I don't need I don't need you to protect me. I don't need you to, you know, be some warrior for me. Just have my back. That's it. That's all I expect.
When you say that I'm single, divorced, and I really, like, I have moved on, when will you move on? But there was a certain liberating moment also when you see yourself standing out there and doing stand-up and saying these things, right?
It's very daunting, not liberating.
And also saying it, right? Like you
actually put it out there, to actually say it out loud.
Like, I'm single, I'm, you know, whatever.
And laugh, and have people laugh in a room and react to it, and actually make light, not make light, I wouldn't say that. Actually be able to joke about things in a way which is not just about making fun or making light about a situation. To make a joke and actually put your point across.
100%.
That's what you're doing through stand-up. Okay, I'm making a joke about it, but it is actually...
on your life.
Yeah, it's actually to get you guys to get up and understand and listen.
100%.
Please, it's not just about sitting and cracking jokes about you. Okay, wake up and listen to what I'm trying to say. That's what it is.
You've lived that life when women are trying to go and make their own decisions, whether it's your own career or whether you're making independent decisions otherwise, and your own love life or your relationships. They always find it in a way, you know, in our society particularly, they've been calling out. I feel like you have also normalized going and living that kind of life, which is so important in a way.
Yeah, it's not easy, let me tell you. It isn't easy. There's a lot that goes into it of trying to normalize something, because according to the world, these are not normal situations. These are far from normal. And
you try to go and have fun with friends.
And to actually enjoy and live and just be and normalize it, it takes a hell out of me, let me tell you that. I mean, it really does. But sometimes you just realize, you know, what are you, who are you fighting, what are you trying to do? It'll be a constant battle. It's a constant thing, no matter what you do, where you go, who you meet, how you dress, what you say, it'll be a constant battle. Do you want to have to deal with that battle, or either you retreat and go into a shell and say, you know what, or then you put yourself out there and say, you know what, I care a damn, this is me, this is my life. Of course, I'm not hurting anybody. How the hell am I hurting? How does it affect you? How the hell does it affect you? I'm not hurting you. I'm not in any way bothering. Yes, I mean, I talk for myself, and I am somebody who wants to take charge of my life, who wants to own my life, and I'm going to do it in the best way possible, because I want to be happy. I'm not concerned about what you think or he or she or they think. I'm not. I want to be happy, so I'm going to do it that way.
Also, like which you address in the show or otherwise, also that it is absolutely all right to go ahead and make decisions to be separate and then go and lead your separate lives and be happy and still be friends with your ex-partner, right?
It's immediately pity. It's immediately like, oh God, you must be really going through hell. Of course, there is hell. There is a lot of trauma that one has to deal with. These are not easy decisions to make. But at the end of the day, you have to think about, I mean, eventually, how long will you think, oh, what, you know, about other, you think about child, you think about family, you think about, you know, in-laws, this, that, friends, because it's via association, it becomes very large. But you can't think of all of that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's between two people. Two people have to decide. Two people have to figure out. Yes, there's a lot of heartache. There's a lot of trauma. All of it. Yes, you will hurt people around you. But then, you know what? Sometimes you just say, you know what? Listen, I want to be happy. I need to be happy. I need to move on. And like I said, I think we both are just happier and better people now where we are today.
When I said that, you know, children are very, at some point, you know, they are very understanding. This assumption that you're destroying a child is a very wrong assumption.
No, it's it's your own guilt that you're projecting onto the child.
And I feel like your example is your son. There's such a nice bond with both of the parents, touch wood.
It's important to also address it, because sometimes kids aren't fine.
Sure, of course.
A lot of kids are very disturbed by certain situations because maybe everybody, I mean, people are not, I mean, family, parents are not able to find common ground and adjust. I mean, over here we managed to find some sort of a common ground. We managed to find some sort of a system. You know, like, no, at the end of the day, we may not be together, but it doesn't have to reflect on him.
Absolutely.
Why does he have to face the brunt of, no, we make sure that he is still in a happy and safe environment, and that we are there for him no matter what. Tomorrow, he is going through something, the two of us will be there. We will drop everything and we will be there. Put all our differences aside, but we will be there for him. And he needs to see that. He needs to see that we can be a united front for him. We may not be together, but we need to project that for him, and that is the most important.
And you see that, I see a lot of them, you know, picking up from the airport and all of that. You definitely see that you all have been living the life that you want, and I think that's how it should be, right? What else?
It should be. It's not easy. Let me tell you, it's never easy for anybody. It looks very easy for the world to say, whatever. It isn't. It takes a lot. I mean, you have to actually put aside a lot of your own issues, your own whatever, and move on. And yeah, it's easier said than done.
100%.
It's easier said than done.
Malaika, you know, when they look at you, of course, they see perfection. They're like, oh, you know, she knows what style is and everything. But I know that being a woman, there are insecurities that you deal with to come here. How have you dealt with your own insecurities? Everybody has it.
I come to an understanding with myself and my insecurities, but I have it on a daily basis. Of course, there are things, you know, you have your own set of insecurities. I have mine. Things that may trigger me or throw me off may not be your issues,
100%.
and vice versa, or vice versa. So yeah, everybody has their own set. I have my mechanism now of how to deal with it. But there are days where I feel, shit, man, I can't do this today. I can't. I don't want to get myself out of the house. I don't want to. You have those days. Then you push yourself. You motivate yourself. You kick yourself in the butt, and you say, you know what? Get up, man, and do your shit. As simple as that. You know, you have so much going for you. You can't sit and moan over something which you don't have too much control about. So yes, there are certainly a lot of insecurities. More so in the business and that we are in, which is constantly shown to you. It's constantly, you know, there's a constant mirror put in front of you and say, dekho, dekho. So yes, of course I do, and I'm no different. Like I said, we're freaking human, man. How can you not have insecurities? I mean, I'm as
human as anybody else.
100%.
Have you stopped reading comments now? The last time I know we said that, you know what, I don't care. But there are also a lot of good, like a lot of people who are sending those really
Of course, I have to say there has really been a shift, a change. I have to say that, and I cannot deny that. And I can visibly see that.
You see that.
The kind of shit that I used to hear, I'm just for example, there are 100 comments, 85 would be trashing me. And now let me tell you, it's actually reversed that
I'm so glad.
that proportion, and it really has, because I'm glad that people see things differently. People are, of course, there are some small-minded people you can never change. It can never ever change. It will never ever go, because that's what it is. But to see that sudden shift focus over there, it is pretty amazing, and I think it's just the way sometimes how you go about your life. And I keep saying it, do it unapologetically. I keep saying that.
There were the trending videos of Malaika ji that keeps happening, everybody trying to copy the way you walk. It's something you owning, it was amazing. So tell me, when you saw the videos, what were your reactions initially? You're like, really? Now this
also? I was like, this also? I was like, let me tell you, somebody sends me a minimum of 2 or 3 videos daily. See this. Now I laugh, I really do laugh about it, I really do. I find it hilarious, hysterical. Some of it are just downright bizarre, but I still laugh. I still do, because I'm like, you know what, come on man, life is too short, just laugh about it. Yeah, it's fine. If people are finding it funny, it's like it's a thing to laugh. Go ahead. I mean, if it's bringing so much of joy and laughter to your lives, great. I look at it like that. I'm not going to sit and cry over it or get all hysterical about it. In fact, on the show of mine, I really have taken it on and laughed no end at it. I really have.
Yeah. So 2 things before I go to my last segment. 2 things. One is, of course, will Malaika truly get back to acting? Is that a cliffhanger that we're going to be left to? Because I truly think it was so cute. You were interested, but you were scared. I think it's so human to be like that. And it kind of makes you smile to see you.
No, you never know. No, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. I'm telling you, I just might pull out some more.
Stand-up comedy to ho gaya, to ho sakta hai. You never know. Starring Malaika Arora soon. And what I was saying, what will happen the day Malaika decides to not go to the gym though? What will happen to the videos? How will the internet?
What will the internet do? The internet will be very sad. Memes will not be there.
That is true. So you are providing a lot of humor to the internet. I hope they remember that.
I have to say that.
All right, we are moving in with Malaika. We're at the house, like we said, and ending it. The very, very quick questions. Malaika, what is the last rumor that really makes you laugh?
The last rumor
that made you really laugh?
My God. Whew. The last rumor.
It has to be quick.
I know, shit, I'm trying to think. What is the last rumor that made me laugh? Help me.
A habit of yours that the world doesn't know yet. Anything. A habit of yours that the world is not aware of.
I don't know, are they aware that actually now they must be, that I sleep very early actually, yeah.
You sleep?
Very early, I do.
Very early, I think that, okay, fair enough, chalo, I'll give it this to you. A corner of this house that you truly do not let anybody enter. And why?
My kitchen.
Why?
Because it's my space, it's my space.
No one gets
and I don't like mess, I don't like people messing things up, so yeah.
Okay.
I'd hate to see clutter. 3
people from the industry who you would love to move in with. And why? You must allot work to them, no? You know what I mean? Kitchen tum sambhalo.
3 people I want to move in with.
So think it like that. People who are useful.
Kareena, because she'll keep me entertained.
That's true.
Yeah, completely entertained. Then I would say, who would I say? I would like Deepika, because I think she would just keep everything super
clean,
chakachak. Because
this is a good one. Yeah.
Like,
she's a neat freak. Yeah.
Really. So she would really keep it all clean.
You're sorted.
And finally, maybe maybe Hrithik.
Another entertainment?
No. Because I think he's a very
wise
advisor. You know, so he'd be giving me a lot of talk.
I like how you.
Yeah.
Truly,
like he would like
sort things out,
and we'd be meditating. So I feel he'd give that aspect of it.
Another person who you think should have their own reality show, and why?
A person who should have their own reality show.
From the industry. Well, it can be one of your friends who you think should definitely deserves one.
I think my girl gang.
Yeah, all 4 of you together. I see a hint here. But anyway, all right. I like how she's like, Okay, I'll end it with the last one, Malaika. you always go to for anything, who's that person and why? For anything in life, the first call that you're making to people and why?
My son.
Really? Good in advice as well?
He's just
Calming.
he's just he's my calming factor.
I love that. All right. Thank you so much. I loved moving in with Malaika.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for moving in with me, bag and baggage. I can see you've come with a lot of people. Your full totally you have arrived.
Totally we have. Thank you once again, Malaika.
Thank you.
Now we're going to give you a quick visual of the house to see how gorgeous this place is. Thank you once again.
Thank you.